Hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for being here. Today I'm sharing something a little bit different. I'm making pants. I've never made pants before, but I'm making some cargo pants for my son. I'm going to be making them out of this tan khaki material. I also made him a black pair, and I also made a practice pair to start with out of a sheet, and he's going to model them all three at the end of the video, so stay tuned for the reveal. But if you want to see the process of making these pants, and I hope you keep watching, and the pattern is linked below in case you're interested. These are great pants. I was looking for some cargo pants for him to wear, and every time I was searching them up, all I found was these straight legged pants that were like skinny legs, and that's not my vibe. I didn't want that for him. I don't really know what his style is, but when I'm paying for it, you're gonna have to go with something that I can agree with. So I couldn't see spending $40 on a pair of skinny cargos, so I decided to just make them myself. So this is the process of me doing that. And I'm just going to be talking the whole time while I'm doing this. And a lot of people have asked me about these weights that I have here. These are just regular weights from my husband's weight set. I think he purchased one years and years ago, and these are just the smaller ones. He doesn't use these because, you know, he needs the heavy weights to really get in shape. These 2.5 pounds are like nothing for him. So I took them, I use them to weigh down the patterns when I'm cutting, and it's just part of my sewing collection now. I have leg 1, leg 2, pocket bag 1 and 2, cargo pocket, waistband, and the cargo pocket flaps. Now with pocket bag 1, I'm just going to sew straight down here and here. And then we're going to fold that pocket bag towards the back or the inside of the leg. And sew a straight stitch right here. Now taking pocket bag 2, we're going to attach that to pocket bag 1. And this piece gets laid on top, and I'm just going to sew it right along this line here and then right here. Now with those side pockets in place, I'm just going to sew across this top edge here and right down the side. That's just going to seal off the pockets. And now with the front panels done, I'm going to attach the back panels. So I'm laying these right sides together, putting the back panels on top of the front panels, and I'm going to clip these together and then do a straight stitch down each side. And this is the point where we're going to put the cargo pocket on. I'm referring to it as a cargo pocket. Those side pockets are regular pockets. The cargo pocket is the one that, you know, you add on that little flappy one. But before I do that, I wanted to serge those edges because we don't want any fraying on the inside of these pants. We want to seal everything off nicely. And I've said before, I don't know if you are aware, but the serger is like my favorite thing to use. And because I didn't serge the pocket pieces, I'm just doing a zigzag stitch around the edge right here just to seal that off. And then I'm doing a zigzag stitch around the cargo pocket piece because the serger has black thread in it and this is matching thread. So just so that that extra thread doesn't show through, I'm doing this on this machine. And now I'm preparing the cargo pocket by folding down some of the edges and ironing them in place. And then I'm going to fold it this way and then do a top stitch straight down this line here, and then I'm going to do the same thing in the other corner. And this is the same I'm going to do for both pocket pieces. And then I'm going to do a top stitch right along this line here. And then I'm going to do a top stitch around the outer edge of the pocket, starting with this line right here. And now I'm working with the cargo pocket flaps, and there are 4 of those, and I'm going to sew 2 of those together along the 2 short edges and 1 of the long edges. And I'm cutting the seam allowance and the 2 corners because that just makes it easier to flip this out the right way. And now with the cargo pockets in place, I'm just going to sew across that bottom line underneath the flap and then around the edges of the cargo pocket panel. And I'll add a top stitch going across here to hold the flap down. And now that the cargo pocket is on, the next thing to do is just to close up the pant leg. So I'm folding it over to that edge as you see here, and then sew a straight stitch all the way up the leg. And of course do that on both sides. And then I'm serging everything that hasn't been serged. And then we're going to combine the pant legs by putting one of the pant legs that's right side out inside of the pant leg that is wrong side out. And then aligning that middle section where the pant legs meet. And I'll sew along that line and then serge it. I'm going to take the waistband, which is already folded in half, and I'm just going to sew straight down that short side. And then I'm going to fold it in half the short waist, and I'm adding clips to indicate the center and the 2 outermost sides. And then I'll just add this to the pants. I'll sew almost all the way around. I'll leave a small space in the back for the elastic band to be placed. And the waistband is on now. The elastic is not in, but I'm just getting a good look at how everything is. I'm attaching a safety pin to the elastic, and I'm going to use that to feed it through the waistband. And then where the elastic meets, I'm just going to stitch that together and then close up the hole and serge it. And then the last thing to do is the hem. So I let my son try these on, and now I'm just going to hem it where it needs to be, and I'm doing a double rolled hem, so folding it in once and then another time and then doing a straight stitch all the way around.